Now that was pretty easy, especially since we had our video in the Flash video format already. But what do you do if you've got your video in some other format? Well, that's also pretty easy. To try this out, I've got another QuickTime movie back in our project files. So let's just go out and bring up that folder. In my Chapter 8 folder, we had one video already in the Flash format, the ballooning F4V that we used before, but we have a QuickTime format movie down here with Street Luge. Now, your video might be in AVI or MOV or Windows Media. It doesn't really matter, because Flash comes with another program that will take your video from whatever format you've got and put it into the Flash format for you. And that program is the Adobe Media Encoder. Now, I've already got it started up right down here, so I'm going to bring it up. But you should be able to find it in your Adobe folder somewhere near your Flash application. This is just a batch encoder that will take your files from your old format and put them into the new. I can use the Add button and then browse to video files that I want to load up. Or if you have the file handy, we can just find the QuickTime version of the file and drag it right into our window here. As you can see, I could load up a whole bunch of videos and get all my conversion done at once. But let's just work with this one. Our Flash video comes in two formats, FLV and F4V. We can also convert into an H.264 format, which is similar to what you use on your iPods or other small video devices. But these two formats are specific for our Flash formats. The FLV format is basically the old Flash video up to Flash Player 8, and the F4V format uses new compression technology and looks a lot better. But your users will need to have the Flash 9 player in order to play them back. You can see they've made it pretty easy for us just by creating a whole bunch of presets. The first thing you want to do is choose whether you want FLV or F4V, and you can see the difference right there in the Flash players. But you also want to select a size. Now, you don't have to be exact, you can change the sizes later. And I'm going to choose the F4V medium format right here. That sets up most of the settings for us, but we can take a look at the exact settings by double-clicking on this preset file, just like this. You can see that opens up a panel where you can change all the settings around, and you can even save your own presets if you want to. If you're not very good at video compression, you may want to leave most of these alone because they've done a pretty good job. I would say the one thing that you may want to check on is the resizing of your video. Big frame video is still difficult for a lot of computers to play back, so I'd recommend sticking to a smaller size like this, but you can obviously change the size all around. We've got other compression settings down below, probably the most important being the bitrate settings. But once again, if you're not sure what you're doing, you may want to leave these right where they are, because this will make a pretty good video file for you. We've got settings for audio, and some other filters as well. And you can even use cue points to add markers into your video file while it's compressed. But for right now, all we need is the compression. So I'm going to click OK, and you can see that our media encoder is ready to go. It's waiting for us, so I'm just going to start the cue, and it'll create our Flash video file. But you can see that if you have a lot of video files or some particularly long ones, you may want to take a break while it compresses. Now it's all done, and we can actually close our media encoder program up, and you can see that it's created our Street Luge F4V file right next to the original. We can take a look at the size comparisons, and you can see that the Flash video is a good bit smaller. But with that new video file, we're basically ready to go. So we can move back into Flash.